Now available for pre-order on Kindle. John Haynes at Death's Door. A man who rules the world takes on the Greek god of death in this action-packed all-new John Haynes series adventure. Pre-order your copy of John Haynes at Death's Door on Kindle today. On the press tour for his new movie Emancipation, actor Will Smith says he understands if people don't want to go support his movie. Now, your Will Smith believes that people won't go support his new movie Emancipation due to the controversy regarding the 2022 Oscars. Now, back in February, during the 2022 Oscars, comedian Chris Rock made a joke about Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett, starring in G.I. Jane 2 due to her having a shaved head. And your Chris Rock didn't know that Jada Pinkett was struggling, allegedly, with alopecia, a illness that causes her to have hair loss, and as a result, this is why your Jada Pinkett had a shaved head. And after hearing the G.I. Jane 2 joke, your Will Smith stormed on the stage and slapped comedian Chris Rock, and this slap has been a major controversy regarding your Will Smith, who won Best Actor for playing the role of Richard Williams in the movie King Richard. Now, your Will Smith has had to deal with a lot of controversy regarding that slap, including being banned from the Oscars for 10 years and losing several lucrative deals, and even having his own film Emancipation delayed for release by the studio. Now, your Will Smith is trying to go out here on a press junket, hoping to try to reconnect with audiences which were shocked by this slap, and he again believes that audiences won't support his movie due to that controversy at the 2022 Oscars. Now, I don't know about most people, but my reasons for not wanting to go see Emancipation really don't have much to do with the controversy regarding the slap. No, my reasons for not wanting to go see Emancipation have to do with the whole concept of slave movies and how producers like Will Smith basically use these films as a way to try to pander to the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences in the hopes of getting an Oscar nomination. Now, there's a big covert contract between many black performers and the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, and many of these black performers believe that if they go out here and play the role of a slave, it's a fast track to getting an easy Academy Award nomination and an easy Academy Award win, because most of the women and men who have gone out here and won Oscars have gotten them for playing roles as slaves, and many actors who are really ambitious, like Will Smith was, for an Oscar, they hope to use this slave role to go out here and use it as a gateway to getting that coveted gold statue. Unfortunately, as they win the gold statue, the image of black people winds up losing, because our image gets further tarnished in our own eyes, because we are the ones going out here looking to go out here and make these films at our own degradation of our own image. And that's something that I have an issue with your Will Smith for going out here and making this film Emancipation, because this film Emancipation may be the title of the film, but ironically the film just shows how your Will Smith is still a slave to the Hollywood system. And your Will Smith shows me how he's a slave to the Hollywood system because he's so desperate to try to get an Oscar that he was out here pandering by making this film about a slave who's been emancipated, but he still shows me how he's still shackled by the chains of your white supremacists in Hollywood, because he believes that he has to sacrifice his image in order to go out here and receive one of these gold statues. And it seems like to me that kind of idolatry shows me how little dignity your Will Smith has as a man. Now, my other reason for not wanting to go out here and support the movie Emancipation is due to the hypocrisy of your Will Smith. Now, your Will Smith wants to go out here and make this movie about this slave who fights for his freedom. Ironically, again, he doesn't have any sort of freedom as related to his career or in his personal life. Now, I've already gone over why your Will Smith has no freedom in Hollywood, because he basically sacrificed it to try to get the favor of these white leftists in Hollywood by making a slave movie. And then he further shows me how little freedom he has in his personal life, because his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, went out here and had an affair with August Alsina. And as a result of this entanglement, your Will Smith basically was stressed out to the point where he got emotional and stormed up on the stage to slap Chris Rock. And your Jada Pinkett, showing how little respect she has for Will Smith, she just lets Will Smith storm up on that stage. And any good wife who respects her husband and understands that her behavior reflects on him, she would have stopped her husband from going up on that stage and embarrassing himself on a night where he is nominated for an award that is something that he has always desired to have. If your Jada Pinkett truly loved your Will Smith, she would have gone out here and protected your Will Smith. But your Will Smith is such a beta male that he couldn't see that this woman did not respect him, and sat there and watched as he was emasculated on her show Red Table Talk and did not stand up for himself as a man. No, he basically let this woman cut him down to pieces in front of the world, and then further allowed him to get embarrassed on the international stage at the Oscars. And your Will Smith, he's sitting there not understanding how to connect the dots on why he has basically lost face in the whole public eye. And the core reason is Jada Pinkett Smith, and he's sitting there still thinking he can go out here and salvage his image, not understanding his image has been completely tarnished to the fact that he sacrificed his intangibles of manhood at the Oscars. And now what he's trying to do is go on this apology tour for this movie Emancipation, but the optics really don't make it look good for him, because here you have a black man talking about a movie about a slave fighting for his freedom, but ironically, in his professional and personal image, he has no freedom of himself. Now, I get where some people want to say, okay, yeah, there's a lot of hypocrisy in Hollywood as related to Hollywood coming down so hard on Will Smith, while they give passes to people like Woody Allen, people like Roman Polanski, people like many of these other Hollywood individuals. But when I look at your Will Smith, I don't see a man I respect anymore. And that's another reason why I refuse to go see Emancipation, because your Will Smith has shown me he's a pathetic individual, because he would rather stay in a codependent place with your Jada Pinkett in a bad marriage for life, his words, not mine, and he would rather stay in that codependent situation, but he wants me to go out here and see his movie. No, it doesn't work that way. In order for a person to want to go see your movie, they need to respect you, and it's hard to respect Will Smith after he has sacrificed his dignity as related to his personal marriage. And it is hard to also respect him as he's gone out here and compromised his own image by going out here and playing a slave, hoping to pander to people, and showing me how your Will Smith is going from an A-list star who was one of the most respected in Hollywood to a pathetic individual who is coming from a position of weakness, saying that he understands if the audience wants to see his movie or not. No, a man who has a strong character is going to stand up for himself, and he's going to stand up first by going out here and divorcing a wife who disrespects him, and then he's going to go and take his respect by going out here and not saying, oh, I understand if you don't want to see my movie. No, he's going to go out here and act like he has some confidence, and he's going to go out here and promote his movie to the best of his ability. He's not going to come shuffling in like a slave, and ironically to portraying a slave who's supposed to be fighting for his freedom, but showing me how your Will Smith is still locked up in chains, and locked up in chains trying to make it look like, oh, I'm trying to understand that people don't want to go see my movie. No, if you come in with a negative attitude, nobody's going to want to see your movie in the first place. And personally, I don't want to see your Emancipation because I'm tired of seeing these historical horror movies where black people are tortured on screen in order for your white leftists in Hollywood to receive their own gratification at the black man's pain. I'm really tired of seeing these movies, and I'm really tired of seeing producers like Will Smith finance this trash in an effort to try to go out here and get themselves easy Oscars instead of going out here and trying to open up black minds and get them to see a bigger and richer picture of black culture and the black experience. That's what I do on the SJS Direct imprint with my books and my screenplays and my comics. I want to open up black people's minds and show them a bigger picture of the black experience beyond slavery, because it seems like all Hollywood knows how to make these days is either these slave films or films that breathe brand new life into old stereotypes, and what they do is celebrate themselves as they go out here and degrade the image of the black man and the black woman. And that is one of the things that disgusts me about your Hollywood. And it really just shows me how sad your blacks in Hollywood are, because you've got pathetic guys like Will Smith going out here and shuffling for the favor of the audience, showing me that, yes, your Will Smith was a major star, but it came at the cost of his intangibles of manhood, because at this point, your Will Smith has no dignity, no self-respect, and no sense of self-worth to go out here and stand up like a man. No, he's a slave chained to the Hollywood system, and his wife Jada Pinkett has his testicles inside of her Birkin bag in the change purse, similar to Prince Harry and the Duchess of Ratchetness, Meghan Markle. That's what's happened to your Will Smith, and he's ironically promoting a film talking about the emancipation of a slave, all while showing the world how completely emasculated he is, and how he is not a man with any sort of dignity or self-respect or the backbone or the stones to stand up for himself. And he just shows the world he's just a completely pathetic individual. And the pathetic way he's marketing this film is the main reason why many possibly won't be interested in seeing this movie, because nobody wants to see a pathetic man. No, in order for people to want to go out here and support a product, they need to respect that individual and respect their product, and that individual needs to show them that they have the confidence to stand by their product. But your Will Smith hopes that people will feel sorry for him, because I've seen this game played many times, and what your Will Smith is hoping that, oh, people will understand. No, that's that beta male nice guy. Oh, I'm hoping you'll feel sorry for me, and I'm hoping you'll feel sorry enough for me to go buy a ticket to a movie. No, that's not how it goes in the business world. No, how it goes in the business world is you gotta show that you believe in yourself, and you have to show that you believe in the projects you're putting out, because that's how I roll on the SJS Direct imprint. If I don't believe in it, I don't publish it. If I don't believe that it's the best it can be, and what your Will Smith is doing is hoping, wishing, and praying, and showing me further and further how pathetic a man he has become, and he's showing me how he's just absolutely, completely pathetic, and he's sitting here hoping, wishing, and praying, and crying to the audience, hoping that they will empathize with him. But it's hard to empathize for a black man who has shown that he is just an emasculated man playing a slave, and then hoping we'll just go out here and feel sorry enough for him to support a movie that further degrades the black image. I'm sorry, no, I'm tired of the slave movies, and I'm tired of the slaves in Hollywood, like your Will Smith, who go out here and try to sell me these movies and try to sell me on sacrificing black dignity all for people to get entertained by. Now, if you want to pick up some of my positive black fiction on the SJS Direct imprint, like the ISIS series, the E-Steam series, the John Hayes series, and the books of the Spinsterella trilogy and novels like The Thetas and Eternal Night, you can pick up those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find those books on Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, John Haynes, the man with nothing to lose. The man who rules the world runs into the irresistible force of a man with nothing to lose in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get the regular and variant editions of John Haynes, the man with nothing to lose on Amazon.com today.